And with that, I want to welcome everybody to another episode of Crashing Game Night, episode 325. And we got a lot to talk about tonight. Um, my name is Matt Giorio, your host. As always, I'm joined by the beanie one, Gerard Barrera.
How's it going, my nerds? How's everybody doing? It's another week, another start of a new month. How's it going? What's up?
And we have our maitre d' services, the man with the couch, the man, the myth, the legend, the lion's mane, Jason Belidio.
How's it going, guys? How's it going?
What's up, homie?
What's up, bro? Dude, you know what I forgot last week?
What?
Forgot
What?
to wish you all May the Fourth be with you, last week.
I
And
know.
Oh, may the
it
fourth be
was
with
it
you.
was so sad
Well,
because it was
you know what
perfect
though,
timing because it would
Jay?
have come
I'll
out
help you with that.
exactly that day.
Hey, happy
Uh,
Revenge of the Sith Day.
uh,
Revenge of the Sixth. Anyways,
Speaking of which, I understand you did take your son to go see the movie, right?
yeah,
So did you guys hear about the news about how much it's made so far? It's made almost, I guess, almost a half a billion from its
not in theaters
re-release.
anymore, and that's pretty impressive. For a what?
Yeah, yeah.
5 day
So
run?
I guess because of the results, I guess there's talks about it going, maybe getting an extension.
I'll go give him more money.
I mean, like,
I'm totally. I need some more time to go see it, so I would love to go see it in theaters again. But yeah, dude, apparently it's
feels like
doing
a
very
cash
well.
grab, man. Feels like a cash grab at that point.
Here's
Well, hell, dude,
here's my
smart
money.
move, and Disney needs it.
Uh, uh,
Uh, well, especially now because we'll talk about a little something here in a minute. But let's just get into it because we've got a lot to talk about tonight.
Hopefully we get
Kind
to it
of give
all.
everybody a preview. We've got some PlayStation Plus games to talk about, Gears of War, Xbox prices, and some stuff hitting Hollywood. What are you babbling on
A,
about?
a new trailer came out today. You didn't know that?
Oh,
You didn't hear that?
for a game
For
that got
GTA.
hold on, for a game that got delayed until 2026.
So that's calling the kettle black. Coming from someone who's gets so excited for a game that's going to come out, and you know what? You abruptly stop the podcast and like, I will happily wait. So yeah,
No,
so will I.
so I think no, for me, what was kind of dickish about the whole thing, right, is they put out this whole thing that, hey, I'm sorry, we're going to delay this for a year, and then turned
Uh,
around and said, here's a trailer for it. It's like,
I
dude,
mean, like,
that's like
so
having a
okay.
candy. It's like that
I
episode
do
of Family
agree.
Guy
I
where,
agree. Like timing, a little sus. Come on,
oh yeah,
like
it's like that episode of
they pull
Family
out
Guy.
a full serious statement,
Yeah.
and rightfully so. The fandom is that huge. We get it. Okay, an official statement. Really, the next day? Oh, oh, check out the new trailer. Come on, like
Yeah.
you couldn't have but to entice you, here's an announcement. We're gonna put out nothing. No, they just put it out. Come on, like okay. That I mean that does kind of hurt. Like especially
Okay.
like I'm a huge fan, and then dude, I've watched it 3 times. And I think the reason I've watched it 3 times is because I know it got delayed a year.
Let's
at
It
least
hurts.
at least you know it's in
show everybody.
progress. At least you know
Yeah,
it's in progress.
and
You know
I'm
it's
and
in the
I'm
works. There
fine with
is
the
there is
delay. Do your
a
thing.
projected date.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. Like I know Matt's gonna pull something up. I don't know what he's gonna pull up, but I mean, there's some Square news as well.
Yeah, we'll talk about that, Jay, because that you know what that's doing to me.
Oh, oh, I know,
Oh.
I know, I
You
What's
know.
know.
Square
You
News?
know. Hold on.
Oh,
We'll talk about it. But
we'll get
first,
to we'll
Okay.
get to it.
Okay.
We'll get
it's a
to it,
lot.
Jared.
So
Gotcha.
that's what we're just kind of diving. So we're just going off the rails right now because this I wasn't even planning on talking about GTA because whatever. Anyways, Here's
Oh,
the
he wasn't
official
planning on
statement.
talking about GTA
So
because
here's
Jay's
the
gonna
thing.
be
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
Here's
yeah.
the
Like
official
I wasn't
statement
gonna
from
talk about
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Grand Theft Auto 6 is now coming May 26th to 2026. We are very sorry that this is later than you expected. The interest and excitement surrounding a new Grand Theft Auto has been truly humbling for our entire team. We want to thank you for your support and your patience as we work to finish the game. With every game we have released, the goal has always been to try and exceed your expectations, and Grand Theft Auto 6 is no exception. We hope you understand that we need this extra time to deliver at the level of quality you expect and deserve. We look forward to sharing more information with you soon. Sincerely, Rockstar Games, otherwise known as, hey, we're going to charge you $100 for this game.
no, not
Anyways,
at all.
fine,
No,
That's the
but
no,
no,
that's
totally
the
happy to
joke.
wait.
That's the running joke right now is that, now that Microsoft is going to up their prices on their games to 80, that Grand Theft Auto is going to launch next year at 90 or $100.
no way.
I hate
Who
to say
knows?
this. I think the fan base is ravenous enough for this that they would pay it.
No.
Um,
The fan base is so smart that they're gonna see it and they're gonna pretty much emulate that thing. They're not even gonna
Jerry?
get close to it.
Hold on. Let's ask our resident GTA fan, Jerry. Would you pay 90 or $100 for Grand Theft
I
Auto
don't know,
6?
dude. The hard there are some hardcore fans, and not to mention the money that could be made online because you can start your own private servers. No, I think people will pay it, or I think a good opening number, a strong opening number would pay it.
Yeah, and you might too.
Like that's purely like I'm coming from a fandom where like I will pay it because I want to play it that bad. I'm also saying I think there is a dedicated fan base, financially driven and also fan driven
Now,
to the point that
I'm
I think a strong portion will pay for it day one if that happens to that price point.
now I am this looks gorgeous. It really does.
Oh, but that's the thing about Rockstar, dude, and that's also why you want to watch it multiple times. You have to see like everything that's happening are possible things that you can do within the world, like go
Hmm.
like actually purchase something and carry it out. The working out is coming back, so you have to maintain your character. You can do actual time. And that's the
Everything.
thing. Maybe you'll actually have to like do many things in jail and wait to get out. Like there's a lot to interpret from the trailers. That's why they're so
Yeah.
coveted. But
Well, I mean, like this is
it's a
what
good game.
Sims Rockstar version, you know? Like,
I mean, yeah, no
I
joke
mean,
to a heightened degree, but
is
it's
that
done
what we're
so
going
well.
to? You know?
So you know what though, like the fans have waited long enough. I guess at this point, another year's not going to matter as much, you know? Um,
Yeah. I mean, dude, things come out. It takes
yeah.
fucking freaking forever for certain games to come out, and it took what Final
Hmm.
Fantasy like 9 years or something like that. Like,
Ooh,
But
Jay.
even during that time, GTA has still been in the sphere of like being spoken about. This
no, I
has
mean, people
been
still
a
play GTA
long
5
awaited game.
religiously.
Oh
Like it's
yeah.
not like it's
And people are making money from that game. So I
yeah.
mean,
I don't know
there
how.
there
That's
there
so
is a
weird.
heightened I'm telling you, dude, the fact that you can start your private servers on that game now, I guess, like there's ways of making money about it. So
It's so weird.
that's why a lot of people are anticipating this next one.
So, Jay, that's a great segue
It is a great segue.
because you're bringing up a
Oh,
publisher that
bro,
is near and dear
bro,
to our hearts on this podcast.
Hmm?
bro.
Um, which uh Zach says hi, aka Caleb. He's texting with him.
Yeah.
Um, and God, I'm gonna be dumping some money at Fan Expo. God damn it. Because this ties into it, right? Is they announced that the live action or the six people to play Superman that are alive right now. So Tom Welling, Brandon Routh, Tim Daly, the guy who did it for Justice League, Dean Cain, and Tyler Hoechlin are all going to be at Denver Fan Expo.
Wow.
Tyler Hoechlin
Just missing
plays,
Cavill. Just missing the Cavill.
yeah. Um,
Whoa, dude, that's cool.
Hoechlin is Sephiroth. So I'll be spending double the money there. Anyways, but I don't remember who it was that was being interviewed for it. Jay, you would probably
That's
remember the
awesome.
name.
It's
But
I don't remember the name directly, but it's one of the directors. It's actually like one of the
um,
directors.
let's try and find the
Yeah. It's all over. It's all over, dude.
um
Right there.
oh yeah, here it is. Yuji Horii.
Usually
Um,
hard, that yeah.
during an interview at Comic-Con Naples, let it slip through his translator that Chrono Trigger remake is in the works.
It's in the
Oh,
works. There's in the works. The translator looked at him.
And
I didn't
oh,
see the
then
full clip,
oh,
and
but
then
the
said
wow.
translator
you
looked at
heard
them
nothing.
and it was like, dude, are you serious? This is breaking news. This is crazy.
Yes.
And then everyone's like, what that? What's he
Dude,
talking about? What's he talking
I would
about?
Yeah.
honestly love to see that footage,
The
but
people
to
that
get
were
the
there.
reactions of the hosts, like, wait a minute,
Yeah, well,
like,
the people that were there that understood Japanese were going nuts.
Yes.
But
oh,
the ones
yeah,
that weren't, the translator was like, dude, you can't say that. That's like, dude, like it was just like an awestruck, and he's like, yo, that's gonna be bad news. Hey, you guys don't say anything. You guys heard
You didn't
nothing
hear
right
nothing?
now.
oh my
Yep.
God, and
So
I'm sure it was already out.
Oh, it was just chaos.
Oh my
Just chaos.
gosh.
So
let's
there
level set
is
this. Chrono Trigger came out in 1994. We've talked about this before on the podcast. Anybody
Dang,
new to the
that's
show
crazy,
hasn't
dude.
heard us talk about this, but Chrono Trigger is my all-time favorite game. Period. End stop. Yes, I love Uncharted. Yes, I love Mass Effect as a series and stuff like that, but as a singular game, Chrono Trigger is my favorite game of all time. Um,
Would you say that's up there with like Metroid?
Metroid doesn't
dude,
hold a can.
if
No.
you haven't played Chrono Trigger, you should,
Yes.
but it is definitely like a
It was
top
the
five game of all time. Of
it
all
is the
time.
GOAT.
Yeah,
Like,
like it is a top five contender. Like, Tetris would be up there because it's like revolutionary. Chrono Trigger's up there. Himself would be up there, like up
yeah,
with
but
those kinds of greats.
let's just look at it. I mean, this at the time, right? And we can say this was absolutely the all-star team for Square. At the time, it was
Yeah.
Squaresoft,
Yeah.
right? Everybody will
This is the
recognize
game
this
essentially that
name
got me into
right
Final
here.
Fantasy because I was
It
actually
was,
I actually watched my brother play it. I never played it, but I watched my brother's entire playthrough, and
mhm.
that's what got me interested in like, you know what? I'm gonna try this one. This one seems cool, and it was Final Fantasy VII for PlayStation.
So let's look at who
This
worked
is
on this
one.
game, right? You
Yeah,
have
this is one of the catalysts for
Takashi
JRPG.
Tokita, right? But look at
Yeah,
this. Kitase. I mean,
Yeah,
enough said, right? Um, you know, Matsui, who's been part of Final Fantasy, Aoki. You look at just coming down to
yeah.
the composers, Nobuo Uematsu, like Yoshinori Mitsuda, like some of these guys, these
big
are
names. Those are
legends.
big names now.
These are
Yeah,
absolute legends. This game came out in,
that's crazy.
94, 95, right? This game was one of the first games I ever played that had multiple endings, right?
Yeah.
Your ending is dependent on who's in your party and where
And
in
when.
time you go to fight
Yeah,
the final battle.
because you could beat the game in 10 minutes, and you can also beat the game in like
Fif-
45 hours.
40, 60
Literally.
hours. Literally,
Literally, you can
he's
go to the
right.
first. No, you literally can go to the first boss fight, 10 minutes into the 10 minutes into the game, and you can fight the final boss.
It's a hard
Oh,
battle
really?
Yeah, it's
for
a hard
sure.
battle, but
Yeah.
like
And I mean that is just like this game, like if they actually are remaking this, Jay, do you want it to get the Final Fantasy VII remake treatment, or do you want to get it to get the 2.5D treatment that a
so.
lot of the
Here's the
Dragon
thing.
Quest games
That's a
are
good
getting?
question. That's a good
Here's the thing.
question.
We did have like a kind of remaster-ish for the PlayStation.
Well, yeah, where we got the added anime
Where you got the
cutscenes and
animated
everything. Yep.
cutscenes. If they put it in that format, I would love to have it in that format where it's completely animated. That it's not real people because I do not want to see Frog. I do not want to see Gao. Not Gao, but I do not want to see Frog. Do not want to see Magnus. Like the
No.
way that they look. Robo is going to look weird as hell too because they're going to want to ultra futuristic him.
Yeah.
Um,
Could you imagine
so
like
I do.
you look at Marl, right?
Well, I mean, you have a
And
lot of a lot
and
of the
Luca
people because
and
like even if you have Aya, who's going to be like way back then,
yeah. And you know they're
side
gonna
by side with Robo, it's not going to make any sense. It's not going to
no.
make any sense. So I don't want it to be like lifelike, where it's going to be very people-esque. It still needs to stay in like an animated anime type form.
Yep.
Maybe a Dragon Quest, but
I would like to see the
the
2.5
3D-ish, yeah, the
the
3D-ish
that they did for
is going to be,
the Final Fantasies 1 through 6, right? That two that's even that Pixel remaster that had the
But
yeah,
at
2.5.
least, but
maybe.
what? But you would be satisfied with like a fully animated or
Yes, that's
animation
where I see it
I
going. It
I
needs to
don't
be
type
that
of
want
way.
way to go.
I
I
don't
don't
want
want
it to
remake.
be, yeah,
I
I
do
don't
not
want it
want
to be
FF7.
like,
You don't
yeah,
want them to be humanoid or
no,
put
no,
set
no,
in
no,
real
not at
life,
all.
looking real realistic.
Not at all.
Uh, I can understand with the type of like fantasy world it is. I would see like
Well,
why the more the animated side would
this
I
is the
think be
thing.
better as well.
Because here's what I'm saying.
This
Like,
is the
even if
thing.
you do this as
Yeah,
a real
Ayala, when you
real
have Ayala,
Yeah,
animation for
but
Isla,
you have her and then
no,
have her stand with Robo, and it's going to be so awkward. Like having that,
yeah,
here's a cyborg and here's a literal cave woman. Because we
because
go
here's
through so
Frog.
many, we go through so many different
yeah,
types of different time travels. As a base of the game, it's also going to make a strain on like trying to predict or trying to like make those things look good, you know.
right.
So I
I
mean, like you have a good solid amount of the cast that's going to be like
yeah.
normalness, but you cannot like it has to be animated. If you might have like a Nino Kuni
Could you
where it's
imagine
like,
Chrono like as a real person looking like that? Like,
yeah.
you would
Like I
lose it.
mean, like you can get a Nino Kuni. That would be the
Yeah,
best way I could see it.
That's what I was kind of like
yeah.
Get
leaning
like
towards. Like
the
if something like
cartoon, like
that, that'd be
the
Um,
cool.
cartoon, like
Almost anime
yeah, the cartoon
esque
anime
animated.
3D.
Yeah,
I can deal with that. Maybe like a Pokemon type.
here's
That'll
that
where
be
wouldn't
I
be bad
like
either.
that'd
Yeah,
be the farthest I would see it, but I do want to keep it like
they
animated because it is going to look
for
that way.
me, the biggest thing too with all of this is they have to keep the original architecture of that game.
It's impossible
That
not to.
because well, I mean, we've all talked about FF7 remake and how they're changing story and everything.
they've made subtle. I mean,
And
subtle to big differences. Yeah,
Chrono, you go and basically say this is the story, you are going to really piss off that fan base because
I don't. Okay.
part of it is the fact is you can literally go wherever you want to in time with whoever you want to get your ending, right? And I think they need to keep that. Give us the whatever it was, what, 30 endings? I think it was something like that.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Um,
like you just need to make sure that there is a for sure 90%. I can
sorry,
give side
13. It was
quests.
13 different endings.
I can give side quests a lot of leeway because I did the same way. Secondary characters, I don't know. I can't think of any off the top of my head, or like, it's been so long since I played it.
Hmm.
Like any secondary characters, yes, you can have them be more active. Um, since we do have a lot more game space, I would love to see a lot more digging deep into characters.
Hmm.
Because like
Absolutely. Like,
Frog himself has such a unique and crazy backstory
I would
that
love more of that.
we don't get that much like playtime with him,
Yeah.
technically. Same with Ayala.
So
Ayala has such a crazy backstory, being a cave woman and then finding out this the Lavos, like
that
how to
wiped out her
time or
people.
being able to time travel and then just get
Yeah.
wiped out, and like she's the last of her like
People.
race people.
And I think the other, you talk about character design too, right? There's also, remember the race in the junkyard? Like that guy you can't do as a real person.
Yeah.
Like, so I really hope we get, like, I hope it is legit. I hope they do it right. Square Enix, take my freaking money. Here you go. Whatever special edition they want to come out with,
This one,
250,
sir, will
three
you
hundred
pay
dollars
$100 for when
Oh,
it
I
comes
would.
out?
I'd pay 100. I'd pay 200 if they give me a special edition with like a
You know
statue
what I
or something
mean?
with it. Like, absolutely.
If you're that dedicated fan base, you're gonna pay for it. So like that's why I understand.
Yeah. So, anyway, so let's talk some PlayStation real quick. So, May
Mm.
games. We have Ark, Survival Ascended, Bolt Gun, and winner of multiple game awards across the multiple different game awards ceremonies, including the game awards, Balatro. So overall, not bad. Let's overall like take away the awards that Balatro made, that it got and whatnot. It's an okay month, you know. Arc, you don't
Another
really hear
one.
anything
Oh,
Yeah.
about. You don't hear anything
it's
about Bolt Gun, but I do know though that a ton of people have been message, going saying, "Hey, Balatro, you got to go play it." You know.
I'd
Um,
say a decent
here's the thing.
month. Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can say that. Here's the thing. The last couple months have been decent. They've been very niche. They've been very like, oh, like here's something to try. Here's something new. These games are tried and tested, proven to be absolute bangers. These are not like, oh, I'm gonna spend 2 hours on this game. Arc has is so amazing.
Hmm.
Like I'm
Oh,
I'm
I did not know that.
I, I'm excited to jump into it, but the last literal 5 hours of me right now has been playing Balatro. Like I literally have been almost playing for 5 hours.
I
That's awesome.
just added it to my library and sent it to download on my PS5.
Oh,
So,
dude, I've been playing for 5 hours almost, like give or take. Took some
yep.
breaks. But that game, it's so simple, so easy, but it's just a ton of fun just because it is a puzzle game. It's a puzzle game like no other. Bolt gun, first person shooter. I'm kind of steering away from, but Arc will definitely pull like this game. If you guys get it, will be the first game that all
Hmm.
four of us can play together, bro.
Arc.
Whoa.
That is how big it is. It is like taking Horizon Zero Dawn,
Okay.
adding more real life dinosaurs instead of robot dinosaurs, but they have robot dinosaurs too. but taking it to a full like you gotta go from the ground up horizon, not like oh yeah, you get a bolt, you get like there's villages and stuff like that. Not usually you from the ground up, bro.
You got to build your village. You got to build
I
your
mean, like
weapons, upgrade
to a
everything.
certain
Like,
degree, yeah.
okay, huh?
This could
So
be the
like you
game that
could
we all
build your
first
own
played together,
community
guys.
within
I
the
mean, it's
game.
been a while. Like the last game we all played together was Monopoly.
Yeah.
That's true. Yeah,
Just
our
saying.
yearly game.
All right, Jay. I'll download it.
Huh?
I'll try it.
Telling you, it is literally Horizon Zero Dawn. A little bit of The Sims because you have to build up. Yeah, it's like what like a Pal World, I guess, or
Mm. All right. So let's go. Let's talk. Let's flip over to the other side
yeah.
because there
See,
was
but
another
bangers though
announcement.
this month.
Yeah.
It's the start. It's the start of summer. This a hot banger, hot banger.
Well, here's another one. Gears of War Reloaded has been announced for August, coming to Xbox Series, PC, cloud gaming, Steam, and PlayStation 5. The only last of the big franchises from Xbox not to have anything show up on PlayStation is Halo at the moment. But it'll be
I'm
launching
I'm
August
buying it.
26th. It'll be $40
I am buying
on
it.
Series.
Absolutely.
Um, you're getting 120 frames per second support, 4K resolution. I
I
didn't
am
realize
down
we're
to
coming
play
up on the
my old
20th
school game, baby.
anniversary, of it. It does look pretty.
Hmm.
So $40, that's not bad. It's a good price point for it. Yes, it is an older game, but there's a lot of people have yet to play it. So $40 is not a bad thing. It does support two-player
And
co-op
essentially for a
versus multiplayer.
remaster,
Yeah.
like okay, I'll accept that price. That's not bad.
Now also with this is you don't need a Microsoft account, but if you sign in with a Microsoft account, it unlocks full cross-platform functionality, cross progression, and you've got your campaign and multiplayer carries across your devices.
Hmm.
So overall, 4K, 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second multiplayer, HDR, Dolby Vision and Atmos support, spatial audio, VRR, 4K S. It's supposedly zero loading screens during the campaign. So that'll be interesting.
Love that. That's awesome. Yeah,
Now,
I'm excited for that. I'm down.
now let's get to the bad news with Xbox.
Whoa.
And this goes even deeper as far as gaming goes. Um, we all know the tariffs here in the States. We've talked about it. It hit Nintendo with the Switch 2 accessories. It's now not only hitting Xbox, but it's hitting Hollywood. They're going to put a tariff now, 100% tariff on all movies that are foreign made. So that means any movie that is done by even a US studio that is made in, say, the Sahara, or Europe, it's going to cost 100% more to make it. He
Jesus.
wants the movies to be made in the US. I'm sorry, where in the US can you go make Passion of the Christ, right?
in
Unless you
in
do
the
it on a big
middle of
soundstage.
Nevada, in the middle of
I
Nevada.
mean, not
Or
even,
yeah,
right? But like some of those things, like we don't have some of that. Like for instance, let's look at Empire Strikes Back. You're not making Hoth in the US without doing CGI because they filmed that on location, you know. But
Well, I mean, And
Like
that in like
they would have to go back to old school ways of like, but like built like Hoff would have to be built like in Nevada, but then it would also have to be shot at the exactly at winter at a certain time where like they can put snow there and like use the elements. Like it would be
Yeah,
it's
but
so particularly planned
do
instead of
you
like going to like a remote area, a remote location where they can like bring the props and build the props there instead. Yeah, I mean that would complicate a lot just to get movies to be made exclusively just in America. Like that's
yeah.
the whole point of movies. Like you go to exotic places, you start off somewhere at home or come back, but that's going to be tough. That's going to be really tough on movies.
Yeah, I mean, think of movies like Uncharted. Look at Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones. You know, some of those movies that require being on location in some of those places, like you're not. Yeah, you could build that on a stage, but it's not the same. It's not
But
the
even
same as actually going somewhere.
something simple as like a rom-com. Like what if oh, I got to stop them from getting married. Oh, but it's a location wedding. It's in
It's
Bali
in Paris.
or Paris. Yeah, like oh man.
see now
So that
they gotta change it, bro. Now you're gonna be
yeah,
like, oh dude, it's in New Jersey, bro.
yeah, it's in New
Oh
Jersey or like
dude.
oh, she's all the
Dude,
way in
we're
New
We,
having it in
York.
dude,
Iowa.
Okay, so that's a
dude,
I'll
we
get
I
on
already
the
want to
had.
train.
I gotta go to
Hold on,
Kansas, bro.
we had Jersey Girl. We don't need to go back.
Yeah.
So
I
like,
love you,
oh
Kevin
That's
Smith,
dude.
what's so
but
crazy
Jersey
so
Girl,
like
no. Anyways, so
even something as simple as like
Dude,
rom-coms
I
that
gotta take a
that
tractor to
really
Montana,
don't
bro.
take a lot
Like,
to make are gonna cost twice as much to make now.
yeah.
yeah. The
So
destination wedding is in Idaho, bro.
Yeah.
Gotta take the tractors out into Montana. You know,
Oh
yeah.
man.
Anyway, so
Hawaii's gonna be insane with like location like outdoor locations.
yeah, but they don't like a lot of people filming there though. That's the
Exactly.
thing.
Like they're
It
gonna
takes
get
yeah.
bombarded like
yeah.
you're the only place that looks exotic like
I mean,
that we have access to.
they can't go to Puerto Rico because some people don't believe that's even a territory of the US. So
Oh
anyways,
man.
but let's get back over to the Xbox side because Xbox announced they're raising prices across the board. So not only like we talked about the top of the show is that they're going to be charging $80 now for their first party games. Their hardware and accessories are all going up.
Yeah.
So you see in the chart that the Xbox Series S, as we so lovely like to call the speaker
The one
box,
speaker
that's the
box, thank
speaker
you.
box. Okay.
Speaker box.
The 512 gig version used to be $300. It is now going to be $380.
They just guaranteed
The
it's not going to
terabyte,
sell.
the
So,
terabyte
Whoa.
Series S used to be 350, it's going to 430. The Xbox Series X all digital, aka the mini fridge, is going from 450 to 550. The Series X with this drive is going from 500 to 600. The 2 terabyte Galaxy Black Edition Series X, which is something Jerry, you were like, "Hey, that looks really cool. I want to get it."
yeah.
Going from $600 to $730.
Not for that much.
Now,
Holy crap.
the some of their controllers are staying the same, as far as the core controllers, but their special edition
Yeah.
controllers are going up to $80. Their limited edition controllers are going up to $90.
Ugh.
Their Elite Series 2 full-on headset is going from 180 to 200. Their standard wireless headset is going from 110 up to 120. Now, the reason this is happening, and everybody can sit there and say that Microsoft is greedy. Yes, it is a corporation. They exist to make money. It's flat out this is because of the tariffs. because all of this on this list is made in China.
Mm,
Currently, China has a 140% tariff on it.
damn.
Microsoft, and this is something that I've said before. Go back and watch Ferris Bueller's Day Off because Ben Stein does a great presentation on how tariffs actually freaking work. The country that does the exporting of the goods does not pay them. It is the importer of said goods into the country that pays the tariff. And in this case, that company being Microsoft is passing on that increased cost to the consumer. They are not eating it. Whereas like Nintendo, they decided to eat the tariff on the consoles themselves for the Switch 2s and raise the prices on the accessories because the accessories come out of China. This is this is the first step. I think like PlayStation right now has a real decision to make because now you look at the price of a PS4 or PS5 Pro, the Series X is just as much now. So what are you? That's like a no-brainer, right? Um, I honestly think though because
They're
I
just
looked at my
solidifying that
accessories and
no one's
stuff.
going to buy it.
The PlayStation and the controllers and their accessories are all made in China as well. I do not see PlayStation eating the tariff. I think we are going to see the jump of, 400 up to 500
Oh yeah. Oh, for the
for the
PlayStation
consoles.
accessories and the
And
console. Yeah,
the
yeah.
yeah,
I
I
think so
see
too.
it's going to jump.
I
And
think it's a matter of time
unfortunately,
before they show their price changes as well. But yeah, absolutely. This is in just in direct result of the tariffs.
unfortunately
It
there's no
sucks, but
yeah.
but also it sucks for Microsoft because I mean they're not really they don't really haven't been focusing on their sales on consoles as they have been promoting, unifying their games to everyone and really promoting Game Pass. But it does suck because what sales they were getting for selling their consoles, that is gonna probably gonna see a drop, and that's unfortunate.
So let's look at this, right? Which God, look at that edition, Jerry. It's pretty. Um
We're still in the
yeah,
theater.
hold on.
Oh, sorry.
I'm a coming.
Oh,
I'm a coming over. Um there we go. Oh, I showed the wrong screen. God damn. I technology.
hmm.
I blame this on the fact is I've had all of a combined 4 hours of sleep in the last 48 hours.
Hmm.
So here we go. All right, so PlayStation Direct, right? Let's go
Oh
look at
yeah.
this. Let's shop all the consoles. So right now, you can get the PlayStation 5 bundle for $400. So if we bring up our changes, right? For $20 more than the price of a 512 gigabyte speaker box, you could get the PS5 with Astrobot. You look at the Pro. The Pro is $600 with
1100.
with the drive on it, right? So now you look at that and compare it to this one. It's less than the 2 gig Galaxy Black.
Yep.
So it, this is going to hurt. This is going to hurt Xbox. They're already hurting on their console sales, but I think them moving to their, you know, play anywhere by having it on, Fire TVs and all of that, I think now this with the tariffs, they're in a better position, right? Because they're moving to an all digital model where all you have to do is sell a controller and the stick. and you play it on your TV.
True. I mean, I also think PlayStation's gonna feel it as well. Um, gaming as a whole, I think gaming industry as a whole as well, because this might drive people to be a lot more selective on the games they want to try, or even a lot more selective on the consoles that they're considering to buy.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
no offense to Xbox, but I ain't paying $400 for a speaker box.
Nah, nah, bruh.
Nah, not gonna
Ain't
happen.
happening.
So,
Not gonna happen.
um, so it'll be interesting to see where this goes with sales. We already know that, like I said, they're not doing great on their sales for console specific. Even though Microsoft wants to sit there and say, "Oh, we had the most pre-ordered games across the platforms." Yeah, great, but you're not selling your console. So in the end, it's gonna hurt. But I would say this. I think PlayStation, if they're smart, you hold off about a month because these tariffs now are really on anything shipped into the US starting the first of the month. So you have your stock on the shelves right now at $400. Sell it at $400. Then once you start getting your stuff in from China on the new stuff, at that point you raise it. So you give it a month or two, and you advertise the crap out of it that, hey, for the same price as the speaker box, you can get a PS5 and Astro. And you can play Gears of War, Forza Horizon 5, Microsoft Flight Simulator, you know? So it's a win-win. Sell your inventory now that you've already bought and brought in, and then wait for wait for it.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what they do.
That being said, Jason, what you been playing and what you been watching?
Bro, all day today, I have not stopped playing Balatro. I think I've done, I think, like maybe 10 runs through at least. Um, I've finished a series called A Shop for Killers. It's on Hulu. It's actually really good. I liked the story progression. It's very simple, happens in one day, kind of like a 24
Oh,
thing.
sweet.
But it's Korean, and it's like they go through all the backstories and stuff like that of a lot of the characters, so you get some insight. Really interesting, really cool, really fun. Isn't It's like one of those small dramas that like it's really interesting, really fun, and I saw it and I was like, huh, good one. A Shop for Killers. So
Hmm.
been watching that. Other than that, nothing much. Just those two have been on. I couldn't wait to download Balatro today. I was like, I saw it yesterday. I was like, oh, it's on. As soon
That's
as I
so
downloaded
funny.
it,
So, Jake? Let me ask you this: what's been your favorite part of Balatro?
it's the fact that one, there's a lot to unlock. There's a lot of different ways that you can play it. Yes, it's very simple. It's not very like, oh, like I want to be able to beat it in one day, in one day.
Okay,
But it's the fact that, there's a lot of stuff to unlock. So the squirrel in me is just enjoying that part. Um,
are you gonna go for the
but
platinum?
probably. But I think the fun thing though is that it's more of a puzzle game, a quick puzzle game because
Yeah.
you have to think on your feet. There is, if you know how to count cards or if you know things about, you know, I forgot what the term is, but like when something gets discarded, it's no longer going to be there. So you have to kind of like adjust your play style
Hmm.
accordingly, gamble a little bit, and then at the same time, you have to make sure you're calculating things correctly because there's been a couple times where I'm like short like a couple thousand. I'm like, oh, dude, I was right there. What the heck? So.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, it's some fun stuff. So I haven't looked at any like guides or anything like that. Just having fun, enjoying it, getting my ass kicked here and there, you know. But all fun and fun.
Nice, nice. Matt, what about you? Have you been playing anything?
Um, well, I did something the Rockies will never do, and that is win the World Series.
Oh man, you won it. You
It
played the show and you took it all the way to the show.
Well, Grim Archer, sir, the game that J Jason was so eloquently discussing is Balatro. It is one of those free games for the PlayStation Plus this month for
Yes,
May.
sir. Yes, sir.
If you had gotten off work on time, you would have understood it, sir. You did not understand your assignment.
Bro.
Um, no, so I did finish out the World Series. It ended up going 7 games, and it looked
Oh,
like I
wow.
was on my
And,
way to another game,
and
another
who did you play against?
Tampa Bay Rays.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Um, it looked like it was going to be one of those games that it was going to be a pitching duel. We each were getting runners on and but locking things down. I got a runner on first, stole second, so it was 0-0, bottom of the sixth, and the pitcher made a mistake, and I put that pitch over the left field wall. And
Oh,
at that point,
nice.
I already had my seventh and eighth inning guys already up in the pen, ready to go. So it was lockdown city and
Cool,
ended up
man. So
adding
you
on an
won.
extra run um at the end as well. So yeah, I won it. But like I said, it's nothing that the Rockies are going to do anytime soon because right now they are 6-28, off to the worst start in the modern era, and they are projected to win all of 25 games this season,
How many
which would
games
Dang.
does
break
baseball normally have?
162.
God
That
dang.
would break the record. It would break the record for most
Ah, dang.
losses in a season.
Oh,
I
wow.
mean,
So,
maybe I should be a professional baseball player, bro. Go try
dude,
out for the Colorado Rockies.
Theo,
I
no,
got the gut for it. I got the gut for it, bro. Yeah.
Theo, I don't blame you for going to the home opener because they were going to suck this year anyways. So
Mm.
just sell the team, Montfort's. Just sell them. Get a real owner in there that'll care about baseball in the mile high. Anyways, so yeah, so there's that. Been playing a lot of Metroid Dread. I've now gotten to the
Nice.
point where I've now stopped all the Emmys and can freely just explore now, which is great. Been been playing Star Trek Legends, which started off as a Apple Arcade exclusive for a while, but they brought it out to PlayStation. Basically, it's one of those games where you basically just pick from a bunch of different legends, Captain
Yeah.
Janeway, Picard, Riker, War, all the different characters, and you just progress through missions, leveling up your
Cool.
characters and whatnot. So, um, that's been fun. Uh, got back into Star Wars Outlaws just a little bit.
Oh,
Uh,
nice.
I do want to finish it. Like, I want to actually
Yeah.
finish the game and whatnot. Um, but it's been more just watching stuff lately. So I am currently on a rewatch of Star Trek Enterprise. I'm almost done, or I've started season 2 on that now.
Hmm.
Um, I
I
am
thought you were gonna
actually
say solo
going.
leveling.
No, I already binge watched season 2 on that one. Um,
Go rewatch it. Gonna
I need to
Jerry
buy
it
it.
up.
I just need to buy it so I can just watch it
Gonna
whenever.
I'm gonna
Jerry it
Anyways,
buy
up.
it. I'm buying it too.
yeah. And then I actually started watching Andor. I've not ever watched the series.
Oh man, I need to start
So
season two, but yeah.
so I'm going through season one. It's kind of cool seeing the birth of the rebellion and Mon Mothma kind of working behind the scenes
So
and trying to stand things
I
up.
will say you may feel that it starts off slow, but just
Yes.
keep in mind like it's very like espionage driven. It's very like spy driven for the
Well,
first season.
real quick, Theo, you weren't here so we could talk about Destiny. I was going to hold that off,
Oh my
but
God. Yeah, but I
yes,
saw the trailer for Destiny. That the new expansion looks
Renegades.
amazing.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
I'm actually thinking about downloading Destiny again and see if I can't get back into
That
Destiny
trailer looks
too.
cool, man. That new, yeah.
Um, just on the simple fact is I could run around looking like, either Grievous or Kylo Ren. I don't know who the hunter is, but um, yeah, I'm thinking about actually re-downloading Destiny and go try it again. See how I can
Hmm,
see how it works for me. Oh, Hunter is Grievous. Okay.
that's dope.
So, anyways, so yeah, there's Andor and Warlock is Vader, and then that means Titan is no Warlock wouldn't I
I
would think
thought
Warlock would
Warlock
be I
was
thought Kylo Ren and
Kylo
Vader is
Ren.
Titan,
Vader,
but
that armor looked like Titan
but Theo
because it
is
was
our
big and
resident on
bulky.
Destiny,
But yeah,
so
he might.
he's not here to talk about it, anyways. But I'm enjoying Andor though. So,
Cool.
Jerry, what about you?
Let's see. Speaking of rewatching, I did purchase the Castlevania series from Netflix, so I've been rewatching
Ooh.
that. Um, I was current for a while on the Rookie, but like I think like 6 episodes have happened, so I'm binging that now. I'm catching up on the Rookie right now, but I'm pretty much current. And I don't know if I updated you guys on indie, but speaking of finishing games, finished that game too. Finished indie, and it was awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
wow. Ooh, because it's so weird.
It's so short.
Anyways, uh, yeah, it's a short game. It's definitely a weekend game. You can get it done in a
Hey,
weekend,
hey, a
definitely.
W's
Like,
a W,
but
bro. A W's a
Are we
W.
taking,
Hey.
so are we talking like when we're talking shortness on a game, right? Are we talking like the Order 1866 short,
not that
where
short
that one was
because I
like eight to
guarantee
10 hours?
I would say a bit longer because like you would feel like you get your money's worth for a full weekend of game of that whole game
Hmm.
based on the collectibles I know you would collect and go for. Um, it's worth it,
I
and
feel
and
attacked,
it's that
sir.
fun.
I feel
Why?
attacked by that.
Because
Yeah.
that's how you play. That's how I play for the most part.
Well,
You, but
yeah, but still,
you
come
to a
on.
degree, you will collect everything, which is why I
I
think you'll
can.
get more of like more of a bang for your buck type of deal. Because
Yeah.
one, the story in the game already worth it. It's that much fun. It is a it is an Indiana Jones game, full fledged. But I would also say the replayability is also there too. So that's why I would also say like I think you would thoroughly enjoy it, but based on how you play, it would take you a full weekend just based on like wanting to get all the collectibles and stuff. I would say a full weekend.
Um,
It took me like like all day Friday and Saturday playing it throughout the day, and I finished the game.
so I have to make a confession because of what Theo just tossed out in chat. Says, I would think the man that platinumed, I believe, all the Uncharted would platinum Indiana Jones. I have not platinumed a single Uncharted game. As much as I love that series, I've never done the platinums.
I've
Um,
platinum a couple of them.
I
I,
think on my PS3 I did like one or two.
and that thing is, that's because I just love the game. Like part of it is you have to
Well,
speed run it as in the
well,
donut suit and
the other
stuff. And
difference is that Indiana Jones is in full-fledged first person.
yeah,
That's another difference of like how you would play too. But I still stand by how much fun it is, and I honestly do think you would get a real kick out of the game because dude. Uh, um, oh my God! Now, Troy Baker,
Yeah. Oh, when Harrison Ford signs off on him
um,
as Troy as Indiana
but
Jones.
it's so different, dude, when you play the game and actually
Yeah.
experience the performance. Dude, he does such a great job. And it really helps like move the game into that atmosphere of like feeling like an Indiana Jones game. You really like I don't know. I don't know about you, but I really got into it. It was so good. It really was to the point of the enjoyment that like I wanted to push through and continue playing the game because it felt like the Indiana Jones world and like the characters. So I would definitely recommend it out there. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I've just been watching a couple movies, and I think Righteous Gemstones is officially over. The last episode was yesterday, so I finished that. That was awesome. And just catching up on some of my comic book reading.
Nice.
Yeah, that's been about it.
That's about it, huh? Well,
Yeah.
for everyone that crashed game night tonight. God, this is what happens when I don't get freaking sleep. Seriously, like I woke up at 6 o'clock my time on Monday. I worked, other than taking my youngest to his t-ball game for like an hour and a half. I worked solid and only had like a 2 hour power nap twice last night,
Whoa.
and then an hour one today. So I'm going on 2 solid days of total 5 hours of sleep.
Ouch.
Not even solid sleep. So,
No.
hey, but that's what happens when I have the job that I do, and you know, I can't complain though because it supports my family. So,
Yeah.
it is what it is. But anyway, so for everyone that did crash game night tonight in our chat and they're just watching and lurking in behind the scenes, thank you for giving us a chance tonight. Hopefully you got some laughs, learned some nonsense about what's going on with the Xbox pricing and whatnot. But
Crazy.
with everything going on in the US and around the world now too, and I want to put this out there, especially to those that are in the Kashmir region of India and Pakistan, which that's looking pretty bad right now. Um, just please be excellent to each other.
That's right, everybody. Same old message we want to extend to you all. You know, let's try to of course be yourselves. Let's just try and be a little bit more open, a little bit more patient. Um, let's try and be a little bit more conscious of the people around us. Let's just try to do and be better. And when we see an opportunity to lend a hand or to help out, let's try and go get out of our comfort zone and help and or it never hurts to ask a question or two and see if someone's okay. So you all be you and be safe out there. So I'm gonna send it off to J Rock, the bearded lion, the lion's mane.
Well, guys, you know, I missed out on the May the 4th, so hopefully you guys will.
Oh yeah, and then may the fourth be with you. Yes.
Yeah.
Revenge of the
So I missed
Sixth.
out on that. Today is Revenge of the Sixth, but anyways, I know you guys will be listening to this. If you guys don't catch it today on Revenge of the Sixth Day, it is definitely going to catch you guys on Mother's Day. So please, all you mothers out there, have a good Mother's Day on
Hmm.
Sunday.
Hmm.
You know, we'll see you out there. You gave us life, so hopefully have a good Mother's Day.
Yep.
So my man Theo's not here tonight. My man, I see you in the chat, and I wish you were here inside to send us out. But I guess I'll have to throw it off to Jerry because Jerry, it's gonna be a funny one. The moms need to laugh, you know. You do you send it out
All
how
the
you
pressure.
want to send it
He's
out.
watching. He is
Blah
critiquing.
blah blah. You know.
Thanks, y'all. Uh, Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. TTFN. That's all for now.
God damn.
Oh my God.
That's
Yeah,
not even
TTFN.
TTFN. Like that's. Oh my god.
Ta-ta for now.
Like, yeah. See, 0 out of 10.
I want to
0
pull
out
a,
of
I want to
10.
pull
I'm
an
do
old
me.
man Biff
I'm
right
gonna
now.
do me.
No, I mean at least get the acronym
Sound like-
right. Jesus
Sound like a
Christ,
damn
man.
doing
fool
me.
when you say it wrong.
Nope.
Make like a tree
I
and
do me.
leave. Make like a tree and leave.
No. Because now it's even better when I don't even do it right.
Good night, everybody. Yep, you got a 0 out of 10 from the originator.
Oh, okay. That kind of.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do it right. All right, to all those listeners and watchers, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. TTFN. Ta-ta for now. Good night, everybody.